Alright, welcome back to part 2 on the top end rebuild of the Kawasaki 140. So I got my puller, and I did go ahead and loosen this, but worked like a champ. So let's see what we got here. Okay, pretty heavy flywheel. We've got a little washer there, and there's our woodruff key. Set that right there. Assembling slide off here. Yes, it does. Okay, that's the container right there. So we just need to knock that loose and get that chain out of there. She is. Alright, got the new chain here. Drop it down in there, put it around sprocket. Let it hang right there. I did put a little blue Loctite on that nut. We're going to tap it in just a little bit. That back around. What are you doing, buddy? It looks good. So dark down here. I probably got my head in the way. Keep knocking the woodwork key up. I'll have to get a light. starter plate bolted back on. A little blue on there. Maybe. There we go. Okay guys, let's go ahead and do the valve clearance. So we are looking at the exhaust side, and according to the manual we should be 0.004 to 0.006. So let's put that at 0.005. Let's get this back just a hair. Alright. .005 goes in. There's 0.006. That is our limit. It will not go in. .005. Just barely. We are perfect there. Let's intake side 0.002 to 0.003. Okay, not a whole lot of room for error on that one. 0.002. .002 goes in. 0.003 does not. 0.002. It could be a little bit snugger, more snug, I mean. Okay, 0.002 goes in, 0.003 does not. So that one is perfect. But there we go, you guys can see now. So the oil pipe goes in the up in the large port there. So what I like to do is, of course, oil the O-ring up, get her nice and oiled, and the O-rings go on the upper lip. So here, right there, and then right there is the one that goes up into the head. So get that guy on there like so, and make sure you oil it up good, and then you're just going to slide it in there and wiggle and push, and you get it to pop in there and seat. There we go. So see, now it's seated up. And then the second one I put on from the top here. And just push it down, and it goes down into the top there like so. Up so it stays out of the way. Alright, you just compress these rings by hand, one at a time. Don't lose your ring gap placement. Alright guys, I've got the piston up in the cylinder. I've got to get my dowels in. Don't forget those. Pull those out of your old cylinder. Don't leave them in there. We've got our other last O-ring for the oil passage. It is setting right up in there. Back. There's the one for the front. Okay guys, I'm snugging down the bolts. According to the manual, torque sequence is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 2 down here, 5, 6. These say to tighten to 11 foot-pounds and then continue down to the proper torque. Alright, I have my wrench set to 11 foot-pounds. I'm just going to snug them down evenly in the torque sequence. Okay. Now you can go back to the head bolts and take them to 16 foot-pounds. Okay, that should be it. Okay, so now we can go ahead and put the timing chain on. Now the way you know we are at top dead center, there is a mark on the flywheel that you visualize through the case. And I don't know, you guys kind of see that F, and then right past that there's a line with a T. Well, that line with the T lines up with that little arrow right there. So there's the little arrow, there's the line with the T. So we are at top dead center on our piston. Alright guys, I had to wrestle with it, adjusting teeth to get that chain just where it needed to be. But you can see the T line is lined up with the little notch right here. And if you come up here, you see our dowel and our line is lined up there. So we are perfect. Timing is spot on. Alright, let's go ahead and get this timing chain tensioner put on. So the way you reset this particular one is you put a small flat head, there's a little slot in there, and you wind it up. Put it up in the end like that, and then you wind it up. And then you see it'll lock into place. So you just be gentle. Set it in there. Got me a little bit out of the security bit set. Let's see if this, I can get in there and turn it. There we go. So it released. I felt it, this unwind in my fingers. Okay, moment we all been waiting for. Got some gas going to it, there's no leaks. See what happens. You know what? It would help if we put a spark plug in. Might have to choke it. I really don't want to because it's a pain in the butt to get to. You know. Okay. Alright, let's get that muffler on, see if she'll heat cycle. Alright, got the muffler put on there. So let's see if she'll fire up, and we'll start the first heat cycle, which is going to be bring the motor up warm but not fully operating temperature, and then shut her down, and we'll pop it a little bit while it's warming up. We need a little more idle maybe. Alright guys, I'm going to shoot this last video and finish this series, or this particular video up. It has been long enough. I've been tuning on this carb. This is the VM26. Everybody says they're a nightmare, and I agree with them. Right now I've got it running pretty dang good. I've got the 185 main in there. I've got a 27.5 pilot. I just pulled a plug and it is a little rich, so I'm fixing to drop that down to a 25 pilot. I'm at about 2.5 turns out on the air screw and running pretty dang good. It'll pull up first gear anytime you want it. So with that being said, we're going to end this video here. I don't know if I'll do another one on tuning. I mean, right now it's just a little fine tuning, and then I'm putting it back together, so there's really nothing else to be said about this one. So this one has been a nightmare. Sorry it took so long, and hopefully the next one will be a lot quicker. See you guys next time. Like and subscribe, please.